So how to add some life to this character? So the way I decided to do it is I'm gonna take the same sprite that we have for the character, this one. I'm just gonna make a copy of it. So I'm gonna clone that, call it life 1, and I'm gonna delete the animations because we don't need those. I'm gonna turn it that way, and you know what, just like this. Sorry. So delete that. So that's the life 1. I'm gonna, it should be much smaller though, so probably something like this. And since I want us to have 3 lives, I'm gonna clone that again and clone that again to have life 1, 2, and 3. So they should be the same, basically, just like this. So I want those to be on the HUD, right? So make sure you are on HUD, and you had them, it's at the bottom here. So they're gonna represent your life. Like this. Let's zoom a bit so we can actually see what we're doing. Oops. So I'm not sure what this black thing here. Oh, I guess it's the is the actual HUD. Okay. And then life 3. All right. So they are on the HUD. You can see if I click on them that they are on the HUD, meaning they will always be there. So if I move around right now, oh wait, very important when you copy stuff, make sure you don't put, like, I don't want them to have behaviors. I want them to, because right now they were moving with me because they had the same behavior as me. Delete the behaviors, those. There you go. So now they won't move. So you can see now they stay at they stay there. So what I want to do, I could do life, or I could do HP, health. So I don't know which one is best. They're basically the same. Let's go with HP because it's a bit faster to explain. So I'm gonna add a new group, and I'm gonna call it hero HP. HP is for health point, which basically you need to, if I have 3 HP, then I need to be in it 3 times before I explode. So what you want is you want either to have an instance variable for your character, or you want a global variable. I think it's easier to use the global variables because if you switch from one layout to the other, you want the HP to remain the same, right? So what I would do is I would create a global variable that would call HP that starts at 3, meaning the player starts with 3 hit points. Now what I would do is I would say if the global variable, where is it? If the global variable is less than 3, then you want life 3 to be destroyed. And just to make it quick, I would copy that. It says if it's less than 2, you want replace object, you want life 2 to be destroyed. And if it's less than 1, you want, oops, where is it? For subject, you want life 1 to be destroyed. Okay, and then now you are only destroyed, the hero destruction, you are only destroyed not when you're touched, but oops, not when you're in touch. Actually, let's make it some another way. We already have this coded, right? When you're in collision, you are destroyed. This is different now. Now when you're hit, you want the global variable HP to be, basically you want to subtract 1 from that thing. So now if I'm hit once, it's going to go to 2. And every time I'm hit, it's going to do that. And it's going to do that same thing for this if I hit one of those. And same thing if I hit, well, the asteroids. And now I'm only destroyed if the global variable is less or equal to 0. Alright, not best score, sorry. HP. So if HP is less or equal to 0, now you destroy me. So now hero is, where is it? Destroyed. So let's see if that works. So if I'm hit by a bullet, let's find a bullet. Wait. There's a little problem. Let's see. Best, yeah, that's because I put best score everywhere. That's a mistake. It should be HP everywhere. Sorry about that. Okay, now that I put HP everywhere, now it should work. So you can see now I should have 3 ships on the below. If I hit once, I'm gonna get the hit once. You see, well, I went pretty fast because they're shooting a lot. Oh, you can see that. Very important. When I restart the layout, I need to make sure that my HP is brought back to 3. So in start of layout, I'm going to put the audio, but I'm going to also put the global variable back to 3. So global variable, where is it? Did I missed it? Yes. I'm going to set the value of HP to 3. Otherwise, it was still 0, so every time it restarted, I was kept dying and dying all the time. So it still goes pretty fast. You see, I hit the ship once. I'm gonna see, I lost 1. If I touch this, I lost another 1. If I touch that one, I'm dead. But still go pretty fast, especially for solid, because they push me. You can see, and then that's it, like 1, 2, and then 3. So it's working. Probably a good idea to make a sound effect when I'm hit. But yeah. But that's the way you do for lives. But that's the HP. If you want to do it for life, then I guess it would be every time you restart, you also, like, it would be if you're destroyed, like here. When you're destroyed, here on destroyed, you would put -1 life, and then, you know, that would work. I just, instead of HP, it would be the life. Instead of having arrow HP here, it would be the life instead. But it's basically the same thing. I encourage you to test around, play around this. This is it's a good thing to have, because games usually are not one shot, you're dead, right? So it's good to have either HP so that you survive longer, or life so that you are, you don't have a game over as soon as you die once. All right, so the next video is going to be the last, where we're going to go through a few things that I saw that I wanted to make better in the game, just to make it more interesting and make it more, professional.